Hey man, I don't know what I'm doing. I just take action. That's the only thing the universe understands is action. Okay, boom, we're rolling. I'm Bruce Hill. This is my best friend,
Seth Parker.
and it's actually his idea. I'll give him credit. I wanted to start a podcast. We talk about everything, man, from life, politics, sex, love.
Shit, my side, martial artist, about to get out of the military, been in for 12 years. There's several of us that, like you said, part of it is my idea, part of it is a collective idea. We've got
True.
A bigger group of friends that you may see over time. We've all got different interests. Bruce has his business background. He's dipping into real estate. Like I said, I got my martial arts, amateur MMA fighter. Did a combative tournament for the Army, did a deployment in Afghanistan. So like I said, I got the military side. We've also got other friends with other interests as far as we've got a guy that does art. We've got other guys that are martial artists. We've got car guys. So like I said, just a very diverse group of people with different interests, but somehow, we all come together and it all meshes somehow.
And that's what's crazy to me that it's such a diverse character. It's like a sitcom, but it works. Like it works. That's really my extended family. So when he presented me with the idea, there was a lot of back and forth of how long, which platform, which software. And my philosophy has always been just take action, just get started. So disclaimer, we don't know what we're doing. The lighting's bad. The audio might be worse. However, we got to get started and we'll get better over time. So let's just start off talking about getting this thing off the ground. Where did that start? What were some challenges that we had?
Well, obviously, like you said, first podcast. So technology is obviously the biggest thing right now. What are we on? We're on a laptop and an iPad.
Yeah, just literally just hit record. Like, all right, we'll see how this goes.
Right. So, I mean, the difference between us and obviously people have been doing this. Like I've done a little bit of research into successful podcasts. One of the main people I listen to would be Joe Rogan, who has, if not the biggest, then one of the most successful podcasts, if not just in the United States, but on the planet. I mean, man has a whole studio, recording equipment. He's got sound guys. I mean, I think his guy's name is Jamie. Jamie's in the back, like able to Google stuff, do research. He's piecing in like editing clips or like little clips of other things that they talk about during this podcast. So he's got like a whole staff that supports that entire endeavor. Obviously, we don't. It's just us right now. Like I said, we're working from an iPad and a laptop. Working on some microphones, getting some other equipment together, just kind of piecing together everything and just bringing it along. But like you said, where this started, honestly, what has it been, like, I want to say a year?
Man,
almost? We've been talking about this?
We've been talking about this for a long time because our squad's PlayStation 4. I think we've got a couple Xboxes floating around.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we're on PlayStation 4. And so the idea kind of started with the gamer culture, with live streaming, and some of the conversations we had were incredibly intellectual. Like, I'm so proud of my squad, like just how their brains work. And so this guy was like, yo, we need to record this. That was December 2018. January, February rolls around. Somebody else said, man, we should record these. Okay. That was March 2019. Summer rolls around. We should record this. So me, again, I got fed up. I'm like, no, I'm coming over on Sunday. Today's the 15th of January, 2019. And we're hitting play and just see what happens. So, 2 years, 3 years from now, we get 1 million followers. 2 years, 3 years from now, it can be 1,000. Doesn't matter. We'll take action. We'll be better for the experience. That's my philosophy. How do you feel about that approach?
I'll agree with you. I guess I'm a little bit more cautious now. Younger me, I would have just been like, let's just do it. I don't know, but now I'm older. Say, because I'll be 30 this year.
True. 2 weeks.
Exactly. 2 weeks. Jesus Christ. So yeah, I'll be 30 in a couple of weeks. I've got 2 beautiful little girls. You may or may not see them in the future. We'll see how this all pans out. But I don't know. I guess becoming a parent has made me a little bit more cautious now. I'm still impulsive, can be reckless. Not as bad as I was in my younger days. So like I said, younger me would have just jumped right into it. Just like, let's just do it. All right, let's do it. And just went balls to the wall. But now that's not the case. So taking things a little bit slower, trying to do things what I classify it as the right way or whatever, trying to be prepared. The military side of me has made me a little bit more strategic when it comes to things. Saying that we have is slow, smooth is fast. So that's my approach to a lot of things now, instead of just jumping into it. But like Bruce was saying, some things you just got to do. So this is us just jumping in and just doing it.
So, and that's where I think this is a perfect partnership because I tend to, it's ready, shoot, aim. Like that's how I operate. And there's some things where the cost, like the risk is great, where you do want to take some time to stop and plan. So we did have a conversation before we hit play about we curse like drunken sailors sometimes.
Right.
So we talked about how are we going to present the information, how are we going to present these conversations. So let's talk a little bit about why we decided for the time being we'll keep the cursing to a minimum.
Yeah, like Bruce was saying, just from the research that he's done and things that we've experienced, I mean, we're young Black professionals, to be honest, and in that kind of landscape, we understand that there's a time, obviously, to be potty mouths and times not to.
Absolutely.
So at least with us starting this, at least just starting, I mean, as much as we do want to be our authentic selves, and you'll see that over time. I don't know. I guess it's almost like us entering into a new relationship, say with you, more or less,
right,
as our fan base, customers, whatever you want to consider yourself. It's the fact that, yeah, we are going to put our best foot forward that we can, like I said, show our professional side. But over time, you'll probably see a little bit more of the grittiness and whatnot, especially coming from me. I can't help but just be me. And like I said, I'm a little wild, but you'll get to figure that out over time. But for now, like you said, with us actually trying to make this a business and not just a hobby, we do want to show you that best and professional side. Like you said, present whatever information or whatever product that we're trying to bring out to you guys the best way that we can. So for now, we'll keep it as much PG-13 that we can.
So thank you. So expanding on that, the goal is just to kind of share our experience, to share our knowledge, just being Black in America, but also being young professionals, that duality, and help some people take a shortcut if they can, maybe skip some mistakes that we made. So we will still try and keep it 100, keep it authentic. And let me think what else. For this one, we'll keep kind of short. It's an introduction. Like we said, there's some other folks we want to bring on. We know some really amazing people, like you say, artists, car people. We're talking about bringing a girl on, the youngest tenured professor in Ohio, right?
If maybe ever. I want to just say Ohio just for now.
Okay.
But yeah, a friend of ours that we've known since childhood. I'll say something that I can share with you guys if Bruce is okay with it. We both come from a homeschooling background.
Yeah.
So this girl that we know, she was.
A lot of people don't know that about me.
Yeah. A lot of people don't know that, like you said, that he comes from a homeschooling background. So did I for a little bit. Not as long as him, but I think it was actually because of your mom. My mom decided to homeschool me for a hot second.
Yeah.
Around 5th, 6th grade, I was actually over at his house back down here in Trotwood, Ohio. His mom was teaching me and everything and slapping me upside the head, keeping me focused.
Hey, only when we didn't listen, which was pretty often.
Yeah. But like you said, with that educational background, this girl that we know, she comes from a similar background. We've known her since way back when.
Way back.
Now, she's grown up. She's a professor over at Sinclair Community College down here in Dayton, Ohio. I've known her for forever. Actually, I just bought a mattress off her. But
that's so random. But I mean, that's true. Like,
yeah,
the old one sitting on the patio, I got to take it to the dumpster on my way out. Like,
yeah, but that's Doc. She's a shrink. I think she runs a Mary Kay business on the side.
Yeah, she's all around.
The point is, I already talked to her about it, and she said she'd definitely be interested in coming along. But to share those kind of experiences, like you said, we have a huge network group of people that we know. From her, his mother, with she's got a lot of naturalist background when it comes to some things.
Yeah. Actually, she went to the farmers market today with people that grow organic and herbs as well as produce and groceries. So
yeah,
it's too much that we have not to share. So it's kind of a big picture. We'll narrow it down, refine the concept, but we just want to share our experiences. And again, even if it's just documentation for us, we hope that people get something out of it. So that's kind of where we're at now. Don't let me forget. Remember Ralph Wilcoxon? He was judged for a little bit.
Because he's magistrate, right?
Magistrate. Yeah, you're right. And then we got another guy that's owned insurance business for decades. So yeah, got some great things coming ahead. But it all starts with taking action. And let's talk a little bit about 2020 is around the corner. So you have a big goal for the next 3 years. You care to share that?
Yeah. So getting out of the military here in the next probably 2 or 3 months.
Right.
I'm right there on that last leg with that. With Bruce kind of as inspiration, he's been on his money making thing for a while, but he's actually motivated me. It's like to start stepping up my goals as far as making more money, being more profitable in businesses, and just expanding my scope when it comes to things. So like I said, with this podcast, my childhood dream, just because like I said, I've been a martial artist since I want to say I was 4
at least,
has always been to own or operate a dojo, to teach people, to train women, men, children, whatever. Like I said, I've got a MMA background. I went to the cage a few times once I came back from Afghanistan. So that's a big part of me, and I want to expand that. But like you said, my goals with that is to, make 100K in the next couple of years, and then to go from there to see if maybe I can hit 1 million. And even with doing so, as much as I want to make that money, I'm not the type of guy. I'm very frugal.
I'll co-sign that.
Even right now, it's like I live below my means. We're shooting this podcast in my apartment right now, which is just a 2-bedroom apartment. It's very simple. I'm very simple. I don't need a lot. Don't require a lot. I don't wear fancy clothes. I'm not here rocking, gold chains and nothing crazy. You don't see any earrings, gold teeth, none of that stuff. I'm not that kind of guy. My goals with that kind of stuff is just to do it just to prove to myself that I can. I like competition. I like challenges. And I feel like this is something that I want to do just to test myself, just to see if I'm capable of doing it.
And that's where we are parallel, because I'm the same way. I'm simple. I got this shirt from a small business. Wow, state of mind. That's where we call home. And I like to support people that are taking action and also lead by example. So part of this conversation, the money conversation started, I found an article in Forbes magazine that said between summer of 2018 and this summer, 2019, 675,000 Americans became millionaires, like certified millionaires. And I was like, if they can do it, I know I can. 100,000 should be easy. And one thing about both of us, we really don't care about money just for collecting it. We like to have our free time. We like to spend time with our families and go out of town every now and then. Oh, one time we got to tell them that Nashville story.
Oh, God. one of a couple of Nashville stories.
Right. So that's really our goal, is just to raise the bar for our network, for our group, to set the example and to dream big, because at the end of the day, everything we do, like his youngest daughter is my goddaughter, like everything we do impacts them. So we really want to lead by example in that regard. And if someone else can do it, like, it's possible. That's just my philosophy. It's possible. I think Les Brown, he says it all the time. It's possible. So you'll hear that theme on and on and on, our self-development, our professional development, and we'll have fun too. So we appreciate y'all coming along for this journey. We appreciate you watching, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Again, my name is Bruce. Seth, do you have anything else before we wrap it up?
No, I would say I know that everything's come to a close with the year. I see a lot of people post on social media talking about 2019 was a rough year, which I feel like, you always get those groups of people where some people had a good year, some people had a rough year.
Right, everybody's rough.
But if your year was rough, a lot of people are stepping into the next year with hopefully a better mindset. I just want to say, be safe out here, be careful. It's the holidays, so enjoy your Christmases when it comes up. And I guess my last thing too is just to not take your time for granted. I know that's something that
true.
Part of the reason why we did this too is the fact that time waits for no man. So never put off tomorrow what you could do today.
Thanks, y'all.